What's up, everyone? It's Carrie, aka Nerdygirlcreates. Welcome back to the channel. It's Otaku Tuesday, and boy, do we have some topics to talk about tonight. But first, let's welcome for the first time on Otaku Tuesday a nerd named Mark. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey.
I was gonna do like the whole con, like long time listener, first time participant.
Long time stalker, first time.
I mean,
lurk.
it just depends on your perspective of it, honestly.
Well, we're really happy to have you on, and back for the first time in a long time is Profotaku. How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, thanks for having me. I saw a very heated topic that I was yearning to talk about, so I had to jump on, and I'm on my little vacation now. So
Awesome. We were definitely going to get into that topic first. But first, let's say hi to our own immortal dragon himself, Mr. Otaku and Training. Bo, how are you doing?
Doing great. Getting ready for this game that I'm got set up for next week. I think I got Prof and a couple others that are gonna basically do my perform in my game show. I'm basically making it a little bit of a Jeopardy, a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, where you can actually use the points to actually hinder your opponent. So I'm excited for that. It's all gonna
you're not gonna light me on fire, are you? Like
oh no, Shadow Realm it is.
Yugi does.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Who else is doing that other than me?
You have I'm trying to remember Prof. Debo Otaku, and I always have a problem saying his gamer tag name, but Shamu. I would say what he said to call him. But pretty knowledgeable people, so I'm excited to see.
Right.
I balanced it to where no matter how big of an expert you are, even a rookie can go to toe to toe with you. So I'm trying to balance it out. I'm going to spend this whole week kind of working on every question, but it's going to be fun.
Nice.
How you doing,
What's
H-Field?
up, H-Field? How are you doing? Well, yeah, I got a peek at it. It looks really, really awesome. You did a really good job at doing that. I can't wait to see that next week.
It's without the sound effects.
Yeah. So last week, Bo, you were there. We had a lot of fun talking about the app wars.
What app? I only know of one app
apparently-
that dropped.
Right? Like, apparently for weeks, we heard about the...
Subscribe to our dying channel.
We heard for weeks that K Manga is going to be dropping, and then like a day or two before, Viz decides to show them up and drop the new revamped Viz Media map for like $1.99 for a hell of a lot more. And then K Manga followed it with a big wah wah.
Oh yeah, perfect. They just went. They basically used. This is what Viz did. They used all the marketing that K Manga was doing. All the business that they were drumming up, getting ready for. Like, oh hey, by the way, I know you're about to drop this, but here we go.
And it's better, and you're going to get everything slice of life and Junji Ito and Rumiko Tashi for just one price. And K Manga's like, here we come with the gotcha system. Huh?
Yeah.
Like, oh God. And I find it hilarious that like the news media is talking more about the Viz Media. I was trying to show the New York Times article, but unfortunately now it wants me to subscribe to it, so I'm dropping that for now. But Prof, I know you were dying to talk about this.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see the reaction, just like across the board, with everybody being invested into the app, into the Viz app. And I think this directly correlates to the news that we had today, which wasn't an announcement, but it was like a soft type of news with the inflation prices, with Viz Media increasing their manga prices. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I honestly think there was a direct correlation with the app and these prices. Because I think Viz was like, look, we're going to be increasing our prices here, and we need to do something to kind of counteract that. And so let's put out this app and make everybody super happy with us, and everybody can read the manga like for super, super cheap. But hey, if you do want to collect it physically, we're upping everything up 20%, which I don't have a problem with it personally. A lot of people were complaining about the Shonen Jump titles being $12, which I don't really care. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, especially because you have the Shonen Jump app. So I think it was a matter of time before they raised the prices. I was surprised they were this low, considering how bad inflation was. I don't know how thin their margins were per book, per volume. I'm sure they were really, really small. So, it is what it is. Of course, people don't like inflation, but this is just the way that society is moving towards. It puts Viz at the same level as everybody else. So, I mean, I honestly don't have a problem with that. It makes Kodansha the lowest Tankobon volume, but nobody likes Kodansha anyway because of everything that they do. So that's not an issue either. But yeah, I think that the inflation, the lack of announcement of the inflation and the soft kind of announcement of this on Twitter today directly correlated with the app.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
One thing I've been telling everybody is like, well, it sucks that their prices are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, hell, it probably did well during the pandemic because everybody was buying manga. I mean, even though it was even though everything else was going up, I mean, you gotta admit the amount that they were selling was going through the roof. And if you're still buying, I mean, honestly, when you think about the prices, who has been buying $9.99 Viz manga? I mean, if you know where to go, I mean, get it for a lot cheaper. I've been getting them for like $6.99. I mean, Right Stuff. Honestly,
I don't pay full price for me. I don't pay retail. Nope.
We've been doing this too long.
Wait for the deals.
I'm old.
You wait
I
for the
found my
deals.
ways.
Yeah. Oh man, what was it today? No. We had another release that came out, and even then, Right Stuff had a decent price on it. The Trigun announcement. It's $49.99 on Amazon, but you look on Right Stuff, it's already discounted to $39, and that's not including the membership price or a 5% or 10% discount.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Moonbeans?
I'm not saying I went the right stuff really quick, but I did.
Oh yeah,
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
like-
There's a lot of great places. Like I even tell them Books a Million, which no one really talks about because they'll do the
Yeah.
buy 3 get 1 free. They have flat rate shipping, and because they ship out of their local stores, like sometimes I'll get something from Washington and then like Texas or Florida, but they run deals constantly and they rarely advertise it. So I check every week and I sign up for their email, and they even have their own membership where you get a discount and free
Yes.
shipping. So I was like, yeah, you don't have to pay full price.
Does
like even
Right
Barnes
Right
and
Stuff?
Noble.
Oh yeah, does Right Stuff still charge tax for? I mean, do they not charge tax for certain states still?
I don't know.
Because I know they charged us. We were one of the first
I get
states.
I get charged tax, so I don't know about anyone. How the
Good
other
long
states
while
are,
they
yeah.
weren't good long while, right? So
Yeah, no, I
wasn't,
get taxed. I get taxed.
Yeah.
I was one of the last states to get taxed, and I just got
Yeah,
taxed.
Oh shoot. Well, I'd say they don't. I don't have an affiliate link, but I would say I shop there all the time. I get hella good deals, especially when you're pre-ordering.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you go in the clearance when they do like the real cheap ones, I got some certain Yu-Gi-Oh ones because I'm trying to do a full run of the original Yu-Gi-Oh set, and I got some of those for like $2 at one point, and I was like, oh, it's great.
Oh, nice.
I think the most I spent on one of them was like $5.
I think Right Stuff is still the pinnacle when it comes to just shipping and general customer service, because in terms of price wise, Alibriz is still the best, because at least where I live, I don't know with the new state I'm moving to, but I don't get sales tax from Alibriz, and then you get and they have the highest discount from retail, and you get the coupons on top of that, and it's just crazy. You can get like 40 to 45% off your from retail. Yeah, it's
Nice.
like all the time. But the problem is that their shipping is just absolutely awful. I got a couple packages lost in the mail, so I haven't bought from them in the recent month. Yeah, so at least with Right Stuff, it's it's been pretty good with them. So
it's all
Plus,
about looking
there's a lot of
for
stores.
deals. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Target. I know
Oh.
it's mostly the more popular series, but you can get like buy 2 get 1 free or
Yeah.
50% off at Target. You can wait for the hardcover sale at Barnes and Noble and get deals on the Berserk hardcovers It's like it's just looking for it. It's out
I don't
there.
want to talk
So
about
it's
those
like,
hardcovers. I haven't gotten any of them yet, and every time I see your background, I see all those Berserk hardcovers. I'm like, man, I gotta get those, but I'm still doing the Soul Eater ones right now. So
You want to make sure to also buy some Zom 100s just to support them.
Well, you know,
it's getting
winter is 5 months away, so you know it's time to go ahead and stockpile now. There's 10 volumes, so you have lots of options here. So.
Oh yeah.
I am today. Like I've already started Vinland Saga also, so I'm like, man,
yes.
I don't have. They're not paying full price though.
One of the first ones I started reading, one of the first hardcovers, and I was actually reading that when I was dropping off my kid at school and then picking her up. I had always have to wait in line. They're like, all right, let me start using this time to read Vinland Saga. God bless it. That's what ate up a lot of the time. So.
Nice. Yeah, I like hardcovers so much, and I'm like hoping certain series get them. And then I just bought both of the summertime rendering box sets, and now I found out they're doing hardcovers for that.
Oh yeah, I got them. They're so nice.
Oh, they're already out. See,
I have
now
the
I'm
soft
like,
covers already.
Yeah, I didn't even know because I was like, set 2 just came out like 6 or 7 months ago, and all of a sudden hardcovers. Yeah, and now I'm just
those
like,
hardcovers honestly don't blow me away though.
No? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Like honestly, I kind of like the paperbacks better.
I like the box
just from the floppy the floppy feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I don't know. That's just
I don't know what it is.
But I am curious. You know, with the rollout of the K Manga app. Okay. How long do you think it's going to take them to either change their formula or to fall apart and like the whole app's going to fall apart?
Yeah. Man,
what do you think?
I don't know. That's gonna be a while. You're gonna have to change the entire structure of that whole app
it's
or
easier
website.
to have a whole new app, honestly.
Yeah, and I was surprised they didn't hold off on releasing it after the Viz Media drop.
Right. Yeah. I just wondered who test ran that thing.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Like, did you guys go around on the app and try stuff out?
Nope.
I've been looking at people do it. I think Darksage just posted a video on his Patreon, so I gotta check that one out.
I have issues with gacha games, so I don't need gacha manga in my life.
Oh, I mean, it's just a disaster. So, you know, it's like 68, 70 points a chapter or something like that. And you can get points by watching ads, okay, which is already annoying. But they advertise it as you have the possibility to get 50 points per ad. Okay, you click on the ad. It's like a minute long. You have to watch the whole thing. And then they give you 3 treasure chests. And you pick one of the treasure chests. And I did it 3 times. And each time I only got 5 points. So I didn't even get the 50. I only got 5. And so you're telling me I have to watch like 13 minutes of ads to unlock 1 chapter. And then you have this affiliate program or whatever, where if you like download this app and put in your credit card information, will give you 1,300 points. Or if you go to this website and buy 10 water bottles, you'll get 500 points or whatever. Yeah. And it's all connected to K Manga, like all these affiliate companies. And it's just like, oh my God, like this is just so dumb. And then if you don't do that, you either buy it, you're either going to buy the points, you're going to watch the ads, do the affiliate thing, or you just have to read 1 chapter a day or whatever, how many free chapters you get. I'm not sure how many. I think it's 1.
Suck it up and pay.
I don't know. Yeah. Right. Or suck which is basically $1 a chapter, which is just, it's asinine.
And the other thing I saw, somebody had posted on Twitter was the censorship on there. Now, it's not as crazy as the manga up censorship, but they have there's like scenes where I'm assuming the characters are like naked.
Doing stuff together.
And instead what they do is they like darken out the whole area and all you see is like floating heads. It looks really weird.
Shinji Ito?
I'm not shocked. It's Kodansha. No. I have issues with them anyways because they never physically released My Wife is Wagatsama-san. So and they had it was on Crunchyroll manga app for the longest time. Then they removed it from Crunchyroll, and like the only way you can get it is digital. But for the longest time, it was nowhere to be found. And then I'm just like, you have physical releases in Japan. Kodansha, you guys aren't releasing a lot, anyways, right now. So like, and it's been like 7 years, and every once in a while I'll tweet them like, can you just give me physical? You have English versions of it, official. Just release it here. I don't want to have to get on a boat to get it.
Yeah.
Questionably.
But wasn't that the
Sail
problem
the
with
Seven
Tokyo
Seas.
Revengers? Didn't they take like forever to release Tokyo Revengers?
Yeah.
In, like physical or?
Is it only like 4 right now, or?
Yeah. But
yes.
I was even gonna check the app out. Honestly, like I don't follow a lot of news for manga stuff. So when I saw it on Twitter and people that I know that don't even read manga but watch anime are talking about it, I'm like, let me see what the deal is. And I was like, oh, I like this pettiness from Viz Media. And then I saw everything for like the K Manga app, and I was just like, this is probably this is like early 2000s style to run anything. It's like, this is not. I give it, like I said, they're gonna have to either overhaul a whole new app, or they're gonna have to double down on it and just get rid of all the other stuff and make like membership tiers.
Yeah, their marketing team over there at Viz, brutal. They have like I don't know if they had some kind of like all right, we're gonna put you all in this room, now you gotta fight your way out.
Yeah.
Right.
The cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That was like the ultimate mic drop. Like, there, $1.99. You're K Manga. Like,
I didn't even do
Hater
manga
lunch.
apps, and I'm like,
Do you
I'm gonna
guys
get the
think that
Viz
other
Media app now?
yeah.
Do you guys think other publishers will decide to do their own app? Like, yeah,
I was
Press or
wondering
Seven
if
Seas down the road.
like
I'm very
Seven Seas or Yen would do it.
curious.
I don't know.
I can
They're
see
like, I don't know if I want to
Yen Press
announce
doing
it.
that next year.
Mhm.
I guess it would
No,
depend on who has a good
taking
Viz is
library.
gonna be
notes.
like,
We're taking
I
notes
heard you.
of what not to do.
It also depends on the library of who could do it. Like I couldn't see someone like Square Enix doing that for their manga stuff, but like, I mean, Yen Press
Seven Seas
probably.
has a lot of the isekai.
Yeah, and that's easy money right there for them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I don't know if
I would like to see Yen Press do an app or Seven Seas do an app just for the isekai stuff, because I wouldn't want to collect it physically, but I'd sure like to read it digitally for a subscription.
Yeah. Like I was saying before, I mean, add some value to the subscription fee. Like, what if at the end of the every month when the subscription fee hits,
oh, hey,
maybe I get like a
Stickosaurus.
free volume of manga or a physical volume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, Seven Seas would be my first one to consider doing one in a year, because they do, in my opinion, have a larger selection of volumes. I mean, yes, they have a lot of it is isekai, but they also have a lot of the steamship titles. So they have to kind of separate that on a different app.
Nasty Man app.
The Ghost Ship
I
app.
will sign up for that app. I mean,
Yeah, but
so listen, I'm blocking most of my shelves, so I can't be judged by what's on
Yeah, I
there.
think it's a fantastic idea right there. The Nasty Man app, because honestly, it needs it.
Yeah, it really does.
I see some of these Nasty Man manga at like half price books. Is like, I'm not touching that with like a 10-foot pole. Who knows what's on there?
I have my limit. I'm not too deep into that, but there's a few. I'm just like, they're extra wholesome, possibly.
Oh,
Mhm.
what was one Nick always talks about the 100
Yes.
girlfriends.
Yep, I got that on the shelf. It's actually not as bad as everyone thinks it is. It's actually funny.
How you doing, Tom?
Tom Sherlock.
Well, welcome back.
good to see you.
This is true, right here. They call it the Nasty Man app. Dr. Sage is
Yeah.
good.
Yes, taking the report. It's like, I want the bag.
Just trademark it.
It's like, I want my face on the app. I want a cut of every single subscription.
Just
Yeah,
residuals.
this is true. Because I think manga app is just coins and chapters, but this is when I was looking at watch an ad, Prof saying watch an ad, and then or buy tickets or get this, and it's kind of like, you're overcomplicating it for no reason.
I think the tickets are where they do the rental thing. It's just a rental, so you don't own it. Like, you only get it for 3 days and then it's gone, which is weird. And then I just can't believe they split the chapters up. I mean, that just blows my mind. How
Well,
you can
manga did
split
that
chapters
too.
are already, chapters are already short enough as it is. Like, yeah.
I want to make an app. Here's what I want. It's going to be helping people read their manga. So you're going to tell me what you have, And all right, today you're gonna pay a subscription fee, maybe like $20 a month, and you get a little bit of that back after every single manga that you dedicate. Say, hey, I'm gonna read this. Okay, you'll get that money back a little by little, but you got to take a few questions, test, and I'll give you that money back. There, I'm now gonna help you read your manga.
Like surveys or something.
Right.
Yeah. All right, tell me what happened here.
Multiple choice with an essay at the end.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And then I'll send that to the publishers and like, all right, here's what the people think about your manga. Hey.
I mean, that's QC.
Well,
right
you know what
there,
you know what they should have done, or why I didn't understand why they didn't do this in the first place, or just any company in general, is why they didn't do some sort of trial run with, like the general public. Like, you know, like we're manga tubers and we're here and we're available, and there's nothing wrong with using us to like, and you know, it's not like we would get paid to do it. Like, hey, try our app and just give us some feedback so we know. Because I think
they're
manga tubers are just generally like invested into the community, making sure like we actually get good stuff. Like we're advocates for our own community, you know. We're not like trying to get stuff for free necessarily. So I don't know.
I mean, I was gonna say, I have a price. It's not high, but I have a price.
Yes, I can't be bought for that much.
But it's like you look at Yen Press. Yen Press has got that thing recently where they're trying to get manga tubers to say, "Hey, you want to review our Yen Press? Here, fill this out. Give us some information about your channel." The 7 Seas has the surveys, so why not come to us and say, "Hey, what do you think of this app? What do you think we could improve? What would you like to see on it? What do you think is not necessary?" But there was nothing. It's kind of like, we're just going to drop it. And, you know, it works in Japan. People like it. But, you know, you're dealing with a different country here.
Yeah. Different market style.
Yeah, it's not going to work here. It's probably, if we go back to Prof's original question about how long do we think it's going to probably take before it fails, I don't think it's going to be that long. Because you're not going to get enough people to sign up for it. Because you now have that other option of the Viz Media. Yep. So you're going to pay $1.99 for the Viz Media, and then if you want the Shonen Jump app, $1.99. I wouldn't be surprised, and I said this last week, you get some type of deal where you can get both apps.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's $5 for both apps.
Yeah.
That's
still not bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't even read digital manga, and that appeals to me. Because, I mean, I get some, like, there's a lot that's digital only that I read, but, like, more of the time I'm buying physical. I would
buy it just to support the industry.
Sites, but yeah, like I would do Comixology stuff when it was in Kindle Unlimited, when it was actually like good
working.
But yeah, and I didn't lose a whole bunch of stuff that I actually paid for. But
and that's another.
Like I don't watch anime anymore, but I still have Crunchyroll, like just because.
Their manga app, they gutted so much stuff off of that. It made me so mad.
Well, that was Kodansha's fault. They got rid of Space Brothers, which is my number one. They got rid of it, and then they didn't put it on the K. They didn't even put it on the K Manga app. So it's like so now we have no way to read. We have no way to read it unless Kodansha releases a digital tankobon, which won't happen for like another year now, probably because they're like behind. It's just dumb.
So what's the reason that we'll kind of put some of the light on the Viz? That Viz app doesn't have a lot of what people were expecting. I know there's some out of print series that people were wanting, but they're not there at all. What do you think is the reason that they wouldn't want to upload a digital version since they're not going to print it?
I think it's going to happen. I think they first want to see. Yeah, I think they first want to see how the Viz Media app does, because they know Shonen Jump can sell, because Shonen is very popular here.
You're welcome.
You're now dealing with other types of genres. I know the shoujo is going to jump in the thing, but it's the truth. I mean, yes, shoujo, it has its fans, but compared to like Shonen, Dark Sage has my back on that. You got to see, are you going to get the amount of people for it to be sustainable? And then I'm sure if they see that there's more people signing up for it and they're advertising it right, like they're doing with this New York Times article, then they're going to start dropping more articles on there.
Yeah. And compared to like,
And, like,
Disney Plus, when Disney Plus
right,
came out,
H-Field.
not everything was there. They're going to add a little bit over time because they like if everything's there, let's face it, everyone's going to binge read and be like, all right, I had it for 2 months, I'm canceling it.
Yeah.
They'd be adding more series. Yeah.
They
Well,
won't
think
say
about, like,
when
how-
or what.
Think about how like Seven Seas, how they do the survey so that they can indicate what the market wants. Viz is doing the same thing technically, but they're doing it also. They're also financially benefiting from it too. So basically,
Mhm.
that Viz Media app is acting as a survey for
Mhm.
us consumers.
Yeah.
It actually benefits everybody. They get money. We get to read it digitally, but show them that we want it physically. So it actually works for both. I think it works even better than the survey in the long run.
And Tom's got a good point right there. Even though I shop at Right Stuff and rave about their prices are most likely going to go up as well. And yes, that is true. But I'm still not paying. I guarantee I'm still going to be paying $9.99 for a Viz single.
Plus, we
$12
also
volume.
remember it's con.
Not Right Stuff.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
con season. So we're
Okay.
going to be having Comic-Con coming up next month. You're going to have New York Comic-Con, Anime Con, and I'm sure they're going to make Viz is going to roll out the red carpet with announcements.
I'm not ready for it, especially Anime LA and San Diego Comic-Con. Like, what are they going to have? I know Viz always has something, and I'm just in there like, I was like, what you got for me?
Like, what's that meme of the guy in the yellow suit just like, that's Viz
Yeah,
right
basically,
now.
I'm just around the corner of the tree, just staring. I'm like, what? Because it is convention. That's why it's like everything. We're not getting a lot of major now. I mean, the price increase, that was kind of like a stealth thing, but like probably by the middle of July, it's just going to be information like dump on all of us for everything that's going to be basically going on towards the winter.
Yeah, that's a good point what y'all had earlier, where Viz dropped this great app and made it real dirt cheap, but also snuck in the price increase. It's like, yeah, we got all this hype now, and and by the way, we're increasing the price a little.
Yeah, that's okay.
And nobody's
it's
mad.
really okay. No, I'm not mad. I think that's fine. It makes sense. We all understand. Understand how inflation is. So.
Oh yeah, when I worked at a grocery store, I bought a gallon of water every day for like 99 cents for 17 years, and this last year it went up to, was it $1.30? I'm like, that's not a lot, but that's just water. Imagine everything else, and for Viz to keep $9.99 like their base price for so long, that's impressive.
Yeah, like I buy a lot of Japanese toys, so I've noticed in the last 2 years the increase like crazy, especially Bandai going very premium Bandai heavy for a lot of their releases, and even like the candy toy aisle stuff, for like little toys you'd find in the candy aisle, it's like $3 to $4 a box, or now like $7 or $8, $9, and I'm like, but I get it. It's inflation in the price, material costs are going up. That's why I was really shocked. Like everyone said, Viz Media keeping that $9.99 price for as long as they did, when everyone else was, $12.99, $14.99, and I was like, still not going to pay full price.
You have the app as an alternative.
I see it as a good promotional tool. $1.99. If you start reading something digitally that you're get into, it's going to correlate to someone buying the physical version, because that's happened to me with other series as well. Or Jujutsu Kaisen, I was like, I'm going to read it just digitally. Then I was like, and I don't normally read a lot digital. I was like, this is really good. Next thing you know, I'm 12 volumes in physical on the shelf, and I'm like, I don't know how this happened, but it got me hooked.
And I think it also goes with what Prof was saying, and last week with Asian Bird was saying, like Shonen Jump. What was it? The Red Hood.
Oh, right. There's a canceled series.
Canceled because it was so popular on the app, they ended up releasing it physically.
Yeah.
So they can also drop a bunch of titles on there just to see if people are interested in them.
Yeah.
Maybe Red River will pop up on there.
I want it at a cheaper price so I can buy it and burn it.
God.
I do feel bad for the new manga collector, though, who's coming in like the last, maybe even now, because now that the Viz prices are going up, and then like 7 Cs are now, I mean, I wouldn't even call them $13 anymore. I'd say they're releasing a lot of the $14 to $15. Yen press is starting to do the $15 range as well. I mean,
yes,
I'm just glad that I have the collection that I want, that I bought over the last 4 or 5 years. I don't need to be bulk buying anymore, because some of this stuff
same here.
just
I have that issue.
I can't imagine
I'm like 18 months
trying to
in.
build a collection. Yeah, I can't
Have
imagine
you priced
trying to build a collection.
Have you priced the worth of your manga? Because I sat around and I did that the other day. I'm like, Jesus.
The retail price of my manga collection is just at retail with a couple of out of print estimates. It's 34,171 retail. So
Yeah.
My insurance policy on the collection is $31,000. That's the insurance.
Oh shoot! I didn't even think about that. I gotta do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to add flood insurance for this because now that I'm moving to a place that could be flooded. So.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, you wanna. You know what else I was thinking about, especially with the cons coming up? Do you think they're also, because of the price increase, going to maybe introduce more box sets?
Oh, they better.
I hope so.
Yeah, like we've got Dr. Stone and
price.
Black Clover out there.
I can't wait for that Doctor.
No.
I need to get Dr. Stone one.
No?
I don't think so. Making a box set is a really heavy investment from a print standpoint, like at the forefront. And so they're putting a lot of risk out there. And I don't think series like Dr. Stone and Black Clover have enough traction to get a box set. I think
He's not wrong.
that's why they haven't released one yet. That's why a lot of people are like, why haven't they released one? And I think it's like this perception that Shonen Jump manga always get a box set. Like that's just a standard thing. But I just think that there's just not enough interest, or the people who are interested have already bought it. So it's just at this point where it's like, we can't put in all this money for box sets, doing this huge print run because it's just not going to work.
Right.
Yeah, we're not going to recoup our money.
Plus, there was that whole little upset with the My Hero Academia and the Italian printers and it being a completely different size from the regular individual volumes. And
Yeah, it is something I asked now. Anime Collective dropped that video on the Toilet Bound Tanaka-kun box set. And that's one question I asked, like, hey, what does it look like on the inside? Is it by somebody? Is it an Italian edition? But she said the earlier editions were from a different country when you were talking about the singles, and then eventually they went to, I don't know what it was, Brazil or Spain or something. But
I think a lot of them went to South Korea.
South Korea, that's what it was. And then the box set has all South Korea. So I was like, okay, so it should be a difference in quality. Maybe the earlier volumes, but... So I was like, I like that. But that is something I'm starting to ask now because of what happened with the My Hero Academia ones.
I think box sets, it depends on the series. Like, for example, One Piece would probably be something better to invest in the box sets because there's so many volumes of it.
Yeah. Everybody has to have it in their set. It's a requirement. I don't know if you know that.
Nope. Listen, everyone always asks me the top 3 I won't get into, and I'm always like Naruto, One Piece, and I haven't figured out the third yet, only because I'm older.
Bleach.
I don't have that kind of time. No, I went through Bleach already.
Waiting for Dark Stage to pop up.
Like I'm too old. I'm not going through over 100 volumes of a manga now. I'm not going over 1,000 episodes of an anime. I don't have that in me anymore. I sat through real time waiting for Inuyasha and Bleach every week. I did that. I put in my hours. I was like, nope. Give me stuff that has less than 14 volumes total. Give me the quintessential quintuplet style stuff. Give me that. Like, I'm done. I can't. It looks appealing, but I can't get into those long runs, especially financially. 100 plus volumes, like that's a
lot. Yep.
In my inner collector, I need first prints of like 1, 2, 3. I can't get second, third prints. I need all first prints, just like when my combo collection. I was like,
Comics.
I can't get second and third.
So yeah,
he's going off to play Zelda.
Yeah. What's that site I posted the other day? I was like, yeah, everybody's raving about Zelda, but like 10% of y'all are gonna complete it.
Oh yeah, no. If that.
Yeah.
5%.
Oh, Mark, he likes quints.
Oh, I got the Nendoroids. I'm a big fan.
Oh, you and Nick.
Nick would go along great. Nick got the whole like collection right behind him with statues and everything.
It's kind of like right there with my little figures, and I was like, yeah, wholesome.
Starting out small, I have this Gundam, and then I got the Thousand Sunny up top.
Oh. I was thinking about getting the Thousand Sunny. I just have the little Trafalgar Law ship.
It's fun. fun put together. It was a lot easier than I thought
I
it
need the
would.
time to put it together. That's my problem.
Yeah. Actually, I was watching one of your videos, Prof, when I was building it. I took a picture. I was like, wait, I got him in the background. It's like that one, and I think I started watching Jacob from Meet the Weeb, watching his channel as well. But yeah,
Oh,
it
while
was
you
a
were
fun
putting it
time
together,
building those
yeah.
things.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what was the other thing we were going over?
Well, speaking of One Piece,
Thanks, Lee.
now this goes into both like comics and mostly graphic novels, but apparently One Piece has topped the graphic novel digital sales. Which is anybody surprised?
I'm just still surprised it's listed as graphic novels.
Yeah.
That I go over the comic book sales every month as that, and I'm just like, stop with the graphic novel. Like, get manga its own thing. Don't put them in graphic novels. They are not graphic novels.
Yeah.
Do you think
They're afraid to, because if they do that, then they're not boxed in with what was it, comics?
Yeah, they're not, because like when My Hero was topping the charts, it was bolstering the sales of like superhero, anything in the superhero genre.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Yes.
I see what you guys are doing there. Knock it off, because no one's buying this trash for graphic novels right now. Everyone's buying My Hero. Like, I'm sorry.
Let's separate the manga.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
Yeah,
Marvel and
like,
DC are like, we'll pay you not to.
And that's what I always find funny when I'm on my other friend channel, Wes Thinking Critical. He's always talking about this. Like, they're using the manga to kind of like bring up the whole like comic book pricing, and it's kind of like when like 85% of your titles manga, it's not really Western comic sales.
At one point,
like
the superhero genre was 90% My Hero of the sales.
Mm-hmm.
When My Hero was at its peak in like 2021 for sales, it was literally 90% of the superhero demographic for sales for graphic novels.
Now, I don't know if this is qualified as graphic novel, but if they do stuff like this, man, they do good. They do well with these, because you got full color editions.
A lot of indies are doing better.
Wow.
I missed out on that, so the
These
new
things
Kickstarter
are
that started,
thick.
I am in on it. So
Oh yeah,
so good. And it's Boom Studios. So Boom
crazy
Studios is doing amazing.
yeah.
Yes, Boom Studios. The Image, like what you talk about a lot, Mark, the Radiant Black universe.
Yeah, they're doing good.
And of course, the Mark Millar stuff. He's doing really well.
This is such a weird list. I'm looking. I pulled up the link, and I was like, I'm happy. Kaiju number 8. I'm happy about that.
I'm
not
just
sure the anime will do
surprised
so
that
well.
so many people are
save
buying
that energy for the anime.
What would you say,
like 1 through 20 is all anime. Is all manga.
Is it?
I'm just surprised that like all of these Shonen Jump
18 volumes
titles are being like digitally bought when you can just do it on the Shonen Jump app and it would be fine. So that's also surprising to me.
Jeez,
Yeah, that is surprising. I can see maybe like the ones that are not shonen, but
yeah.
Wow, the Tatsuki's 22 through 26. That's kind of I wouldn't have expected that to chop a chart. I like his work, but
it's the marketing, because Chainsaw Man, the anime, and everything else, and now the manga. And then anytime I've gone to a Barnes and Noble where they have that in, they're literally like from the creator of they put like little displays. Like, if you like Chainsaw Man, check out the earlier work. So it's one of those things where it's like, even if it's not the best, it's because everyone's on that train for Chainsaw Man. They're like, gotta get it. I caved in, I bought it, and I was like, I gotta check it out.
And look at this.
I can't believe
number 10, which is not up here. Yeah, I know, right? Komi's 11. 16 is Spy Family.
What was that? Demon Slayer is number 6. Wow.
I'm not shocked, especially Volume 1, because reprints, and everyone's like, after the other movie was in theater, everyone's like, oh, Entertainment Dish, what is this? What's going on? And then like that's why whenever I see lower volumes, like 1 or 2 popping up in the list, I'm like, well, this makes sense. People are waiting for them in stock. Any Barnes and Noble, any place I go to, they don't have anything for most of these before Volume 4 in stock.
Hey, Dimmy.
True. I find interesting, the only thing on here that's not manga is Solo Leveling, which is number 10.
Manhwa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still technically in the same bag, but yeah.
And also Solo Leveling is everywhere now. Target, Walmart. Like that's why when you see like
It's at the Watchateria.
yeah, it's like when you see Chainsaw Man or My Hero or Spy Family, it's like you got to realize most of those are all like earlier volumes are in stock at almost every corporate retail chain now, which is going to help the sales.
It's true. It's like Target, Walmart. I see them there too.
And they all have that 20% off sticker. So I'm like, oh, it's not full price.
Yeah, I'm seeing
exactly.
more manga titles on shirts nowadays. I'm like, I'm happy for this.
Yeah.
To an extent. Let's get to a point where we need to start gatekeeping or not.
I just like sit in my rocker on the porch. I'm like, let me tell you stories of what it was like trying to get manga in 2002 to 2004.
Jesus Christ, anime.
It's so bad. I had to deal with Tokyo Pop.
Yeah.
I had to get friends that had these animes that I wanted to watch. It was like I would hear about them, like, oh, that sounds awesome, but I can't find it anywhere. I'm like, well, I know somebody who has it. Let's go.
That was usually me. I was usually that person who had it.
Nice.
I'm like, let me burn you the DVD real quick.
And then you had the YouTube channels like self-translating it.
Yeah. In 35 different parts for one fight.
I know. And then you're like, crap, I can't find part 6. It goes straight to 7.
It's like, I don't know what happened to Frieza. I'm confused now.
Why is it now in Spanish?
I know, right? But this is crazy. I want to know what they're using to buy these on, especially like prophesying the shonen ones. Because if you do have that in Jump app, why even bother?
Yeah. Now is this
unless they want to own it?
Is this digital and physical, or like what's the? Is this just
it says
everything?
Digital?
Digital. I mean,
it says it is strictly One Piece ranks on the USB book scan April list.
Well, one thing I will say is my wife, for the longest time when we were first together, I always wanted to get her like a Kindle. It's like, you got all these books, here's a Kindle, you can read them all digitally, and she did not like it, and I would always try to do some kind of digital version for her, and like she goes, I just don't like it. I don't like the feel of it. I like being able to touch and hold a book and the feel of turning the pages. I didn't understand that until manga. Now I'm like, okay, I get it. Every once in a while I'll check out a digital manga, but I gotta have it in my hands. Just something about being tangible.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I have some digital stuff for like longer runs of stuff that like I obviously financially cannot justify buying, and I have it on tablet. But even then, I'm just like, oh man, this is just. And then there's a lot. I don't know how in like 2023 we have a lot of manga that's digital only.
Yeah,
and like there's one from the creator of Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. He did like a couple of Kakus that was like only digital. I was like, how? I was like,
well, it should probably stay digital because that's just hot garbage.
No, it is. It really is. I got it digitally because I liked Yamada-kun, and then I started like, this is bad.
That first volume was atrocious. I could barely get through it. It was bad.
I'm shocked it got an anime, honestly.
What manga would get the Dark Horse Deluxe treatment? Personally, I hope Fate Zero. I've never actually read any of the Fate Zeros. I've heard a variety of different opinions on it.
My first question is, what does Dark Horse have licensed besides these ones that already have omnibuses?
I don't think they have a lot. I mean, they have a good amount, but they're not like...
Everyone keeps
their
talking
main
about
focus
Kingdom.
is Western comics.
Yeah.
I mean, I think their next deluxe treatment would be Gantz, but it's gonna take it's gonna take it's gonna probably take 3 years for them to finish the Trigun stuff anyway.
That is Dark Horse. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
So I mean,
they have a lot of IPs. They have a lot of IPs in the West. Like I do believe they have all the comics and graphic novels for Stranger Things. They do a lot of video game and TV show stuff. Like they had God of War, they had The Last of Us, they had also they manga and stuff isn't their like first focus.
Right, and I think they even got some license backs for Star Wars.
Ooh. How was it?
I liked it. ending was
Yeah.
for me. It was predictable and kind of fell flat, but for the most part, it was an enjoyable read. I'd say it's still good.
I should. I've the only clip I've seen of that is from the anime of the guy with talking to the girl about One Piece. That's the only thing that I know from that. Which
Yeah,
made me
that
laugh.
scene was heartbreaking for me. I was like,
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah, like, oh my god, and that's in volume 2 if you're reading the manga.
Oh, are you serious? Oh man.
Yeah.
I have not read that one yet. I watched, there was a live action movie, and Bo and I were talking about this, but there was a lot cut out of it because they were fitting it into one movie.
Mm-hmm. And it was a quick read. I read that in a night. 10 volumes. I read that. Oh, with that
So much
manga cut
Zelda.
me. So much for Zelda, man. No.
Yeah.
No, he's probably listening to us. Oh, what was the? Yeah, there you go. What was the other thing we were going to go over?
Well, we did talk about the Trigon release because we did. That.
Oh, what do you guys think of the yellow and blue color of the?
It could
they
work.
said it wasn't.
Yeah, not the final cover.
Yeah,
but that color
scheme.
But final.
Wow, that's embarrassing. I was like, oh, this is what it looks like. It's all blank. Wait, hold on. Let me see if this will show up.
There we go.
I like it though. I like it a lot.
If it's yellow and blue on the spine, it'll look good right next to the Soul Eater stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I just like the blue. I think it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hopefully
I think it's that. Yeah, and you don't want to do red again since you did Hellsing already with the red and the black.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have, and then you have the gray. I think they need something that really pops. So I think the yellow works out great.
I'm just not looking forward to another hardcover series.
I'm setting up the stream. It takes a while on YouTube. I did not like it. What, Zelda?
You don't like the yellow and blue?
Oh,
it stands out. I like the way it stands out with the yellow.
Yeah.
In
it's
general.
different because you have already the best colors already
stop.
taken.
Listen, you're about to make me go buy some. Like I watch your videos, I'm like, wait, I should buy those, and I'm like, no, I should be a responsible adult.
That's not what my channel's about.
I know. Neither's mine.
That's like me slowly collecting the Berserk volumes. I bought 14. I'm not anywhere near 14, but only because it was on sale.
I saw the Blade ones too, and I need that too.
This is really interesting. I love how they have this like kind of what's it depressed in? I don't know
the indented.
Yeah, indented in. That's cool, but still, it's all right.
It's blah.
It's not my favorite, but still, I'd get them.
I like that. I like the gray gunmetal with the black on it. That's to me, that's aesthetically pleasing because it's not like I don't like stuff that stands out too much because it takes away from the collection.
That is true.
And I'll buy those too.
So that's a good question. What series do you think needs a hardcover omnibus?
Fire Force has to go as Soul Eater.
I still need to
they already
read
did
that.
the Omnis.
I watched it. I haven't read it just because there's so many volumes, and I'm like, it's towing the line of like falling in the category of I won't buy it because it's too long.
I need to try to read it because there's so many things that I've tried on anime, and it sucks according to me. And when I read it on manga, it's so much better.
Soul Eater was that anime during the time when they were doing it before they finished the manga.
Yeah.
What was that, Prof?
Yeah, I'm up to date with Fire Force. I finished volume 32 this month, and I read like a big 3-volume chunk. I will say this about Fire Force: the first half of it, like the premise of it, is awesome, and like it's just great. It's super unique. Power system's cool. This last arc, which is a very long arc, it's like volume 25 to 34 is like this last arc. It has become a mess, in my opinion. It's really confusing. It's really weird. It's very avant-garde for just a battle shonen series, and he's trying to be really philosophical with it because this is his last series, and it's not working, in my opinion. That's
a weird way to spell Oshinoko.
I think I think Watakoi has the best opening in anime, but that's just because I like the hands. the hand dance.
No.
That's a good opening.
Chainsaw Man's one I've actually like listened to whenever it comes on. I was like, all right, let's listen to it. Like each time.
Idol is on every single one of my playlists, no matter what the situation. It's in the playlist. I'm just like,
Oh,
it's so good.
Attack on
Have y'all
Titan.
seen this
Got some damn.
Skip and Loafer?
I haven't.
Not yet.
No.
Oh, it's so cute with them dancing. Oh, it's perfect. It's like the perfect vibe. Yeah, highly recommend it. Make you want to watch it. I can tell you that.
So Donataz says Dark Horse has a large licensing of manga. Is it that they haven't released a lot of them? Is it like a Kodansha issue?
They might be just sitting on some IPs.
Just chilling on Kingdom.
I'm curious.
Look
about what they have because I didn't know.
Yeah, me too. Go for it.
Actually,
Go for it.
I'm gonna try.
Because I've got.
I don't know.
Because when you go on the Dark Horse, they don't have a lot. They don't have a lot on there, but that's what they've released.
We log in.
Oh wow.
Because you're going to get the comic, and then they have a whole section of manga on there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing Cat plus Gamer. I didn't know that was Dark Horse.
Really?
It's an underwhelming series, let me tell you.
Yeah,
the shtick
the covers are nice.
Sold real fast. Well, yeah, but
oh shoot, Prof! I didn't ask you. Were you able to put together anything for the top 5?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I don't have a
go
PowerPoint, or I don't have a PowerPoint, but I have the
that's good.
My anime's up. Yeah.
Yeah, not a requirement.
Okay.
Oh,
it's not.
Before we move, Dandadan Volume 3 is in the top 15. Just wanted to make sure that's acknowledged. It should be top 5.
I like Dandadan Volume.
It should be top 5. I don't think it doesn't get a lot of I'd say acknowledgement. I mean, I don't see anybody really talking about it, but it's fantastic.
It is.
It is.
It's so out
Have they announced
there.
an anime yet?
I don't think it was officially announced. I've seen people talking on like Reddit and Discords that it's most likely going to happen, and it's probably gonna be the Viz announcement, probably at Anime LA or San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
They better have a Sakamoto Day with that in anime.
Oh yeah,
Sakamoto Days. Well, I don't
That's
know.
what I need to get into still.
I mean, I will say
I feel like
like
John
it.
Wick of the convenience store.
Yeah,
I like
reviews
it,
of it.
but
I'm like, I gotta check it out.
It reminds me too much of Way of the House Husband, and I can only take so much of that. I do love the series. It's my I just worked a full day. Let me kick back with the manga. That's Way of the House Husband for me. But I see Sakamoto Days doing kind of what the
more
Way of the House
action-based.
Husband did. Yeah, it's more action based, but I think it'll fall flat pretty real quick. In my opinion, but
I think, but there's a very strong linear storyline with Sakamoto Days, which I appreciate.
Yeah, that's what I would wish for that for Way of the House Husband. If they did that, that would be a lot more successful. But right now,
that's why
like a comfort read.
That's why I dropped House Husband.
Yeah. It's I don't blame you. I mean, for me, it's just a comfort read. But yeah,
it's my John Wick at the convenience store.
Yeah, I know when you said that in your recent review when you were going over them, I was like, all right, that's sold, man. Just like when we tweeted, you messaged me, and I was like, all right, let me check out Blood on the Tracks, because I was like, how is it? Let me know, because I like stuff like that. And
that's like, you just sit there. I have to give like the what's his name, Shim, like credit for where he has just like pages of like no dialogue, and it's just like setting up like the mood and just watching the psychological breakdown, and you're just like, it's just phenomenal. I haven't read the latest volume, but I'm going to be picking that up soon.
Ellie got up to 4 because oddly enough, the second I started trying to get into it and buy physical, the shelves are clear of it. And before it was full, and I would be like, oh, let me get past this. Let me get my Blue Exorcist and my Call of the Night. And then I'm like, now I want Blood on Tracks, and no one has it. So I don't know what happened and why there's a surge in sales, but I can't find most of them now.
Isn't it ending, or has it already ended?
No, that whole was. Sorry, I'm potatoing. It was an intro. That was just like the prelude.
Yeah,
that was a prelude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volumes 1 to 12 was the prologue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I
Like-
guess he's like Norman Bates after that, or what?
Yeah. That's my kind of manga right there.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it's going to get more into him probably being, I haven't read the new one, but I don't know if he's an adult or something yet, but I can see it like,
I read
just
the
that
first one. I was
ending
just
of
weirded out by
last
it. Like,
volume. Oh, just him realizing everything. That was like, oh, okay, without spoiling anything, it's like, oh my god, here we go.
Nice.
all right. So send this over to you.
So, you want to do the top 5?
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do our top 5 of moms and manga since we missed Mother's Day, but we're gonna do it for today. So we're gonna start with Bo.
Yay!
Where's your slideshow? There we go.
Right there. Otakuntraining, YouTuber, father, house husband. All right. Happy Mother's Day or belated. It's the top 5 moms of anime. That's Izumi from Full Metal Alchemist. I would say she's a really great mother figure to the I can't remember their names. To the Alphonse and his brother. So when they come across her on the anime, it was really interesting because they're basically wanting her to teach them how to use alchemy, and she basically just throws them on an island, and it makes you think like she's really heartless. But throughout the series, you see all the things that she does for the boys, and I would say she's rough, but she's very caring. That's me.
Nice. All right, let me find the next one. This is Mark's.
Top 5 moms. Mark's wisdom.
Listen,
All right.
first and last time I'm on here because this could be rough.
Blood on the tracks. What?
Yeah, right.
I almost
Listen,
did
I
that.
thought
just
about
as
that
a-
as a
Oh,
joke.
I almost did it as a
that.
joke. Yeah.
I almost did. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go. First one, Ayoko from
Oh my.
You Like Me. Yeah, right. You Like Me, Not My Daughter.
What's it called?
It's was it You Like Me, Not My Daughter?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I was interested in that one.
Yes.
Fantastic
So
taste.
technically,
Redacted.
she is the aunt, and I had to put the most pivotal scene on why she's a great mother because she stepped up at the funeral and everyone was basically complaining about, oh, why would we take care of this? And then she's like, I'll do it. I'm lonely. I have this house. She works from home. She takes up, but she very redeeming qualities because because there's a time jump. Don't want to spoil it too much for anyone who wants to read it. And in her taking care of, all she cares about is just like her now daughter. Now she calls her mom, which is cool. But the whole entire time, she's just trying to look out for her, make sure she finds someone for herself. And the whole entire thing is like there's a neighbor that she tries to set her up with, but instead the neighbor likes her, so it's all about them instead. But I was like, it's really wholesome that she stepped up. And anytime I can coerce my opinion on the Nasty Man manga, I will. But no, it's actually kind of like I thought it was gonna be like really bad with how the covers are and all the fan service, but it's actually a really lighthearted, really good message and story in the manga. And she's actually a great character. She does kind of set a good example in how caring and empathetic she is. And also all the redacted stuff that's redacted for reasons.
I'll have to think about that one, add to cart. Add the whole series.
Oh God.
There's only 2 volumes, so it's good.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Well,
How much
right
of an
now there's
investment?
more. There's more coming out, but that's all that's available right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Nice.
All right, Prof. What do you have?
All right. Okay, I can share the screen here. I want to share. Let's start with this one. Okay. So, my first one is The Mother from Gap Papa. Have any of y'all read that one?
Yeah.
No.
But this is just like probably one of the most wholesome manga I've ever read. And it's probably in my most underrated manga reads of 2023. It is absolutely phenomenal. The mom character is super sweet. she's not like necessarily the main character in the story. It's more about the dad, and the daughter is really a very like nice secondary supporting character. She's kind of like the third character, like third tier, but like she brings her own like character into the story. So like she's like really like a great supporter of the husband. She adds a really interesting dynamic with especially like between her and the husband compared to like her daughter, her husband and her daughter. So it's really just great to see what she brings to the table to the story, but super wholesome. Highly recommend this manga. She's like a great example of like super wholesome mother. So yeah, you just can't beat it. So
Nice. I'm actually gonna check that one out.
All right, before I get into mine.
Gap Papa, Daddy at Work and at Home, which is a terrible title, but
I
it
picked
is
that.
what it is.
I picked that one up when I was looking around at Barnes and Noble, and I was like, no, it's the title, the end of it was what kind of got me to put it back.
Yeah,
down.
it's weird. It doesn't do justice to the actual content of the manga. So,
All right, before we get into mine, I want to remind everybody in the chat and everyone watching, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Everybody's chat links in the description, so if you want to check out their channels and subscribe, you can do so. Since Nick is not here, I can get away with this one because I usually will hold off on this. But since Nick's not here, Yor from Spy Family.
Forgot about Yor. Wow,
He's like the perfect combination of sweet and nurturing, and then badass, and even teaching Anya to fight. I mean, it's great. But then she's also like that kind of cutesy, oh my god, bumbling. I didn't mean to burn the food again. She's just great. I love Yor from Spy Family.
Oh yeah,
and
she's
Nick's not here, so I can put it up there.
I agree completely.
Yep. All right.
Bo's back up.
All right. From My Happy Marriage, I have. I don't know if it's Yurie or Yuri. She's basically like the live-in housekeeper for the fiance to the main character, and she's very nurturing. She's very welcoming to, and I'm already blanking on the main character's name, but she's very welcoming to her and is very observant, and she automatically knows that the main character is hiding some things, not in a bad way, but she's got some things she's holding back from her fiance, but she's always trying to help everybody in the story. She can do no wrong. Hopefully that she does no wrong, but absolutely love this character. And anytime you see her, you feel like she's gonna scoop you up in a blanket or something. But yeah, that's how I feel about her. Yeah. Great mom.
All right.
Oh, I got my presentation. It's my turn.
Hold on,
is that
I'm in the tunnel. Oh.
What?
Oh.
I think it's you, Prof.
No. This is what? This isn't mine.
No,
it sounds like.
I was waiting for the
what happened?
That was an echo.
All right. I thought it was my headset because I was like, "What is this?"
Is it echoing still? Is it still echoing?
No, it's done now. No, not as bad for me, anyways.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Mamako from the great manga "Do You Love Your Mom?" and her 2-hit multi-target attack. I mean, I guess there's a trend in my list, obviously here, but no, I actually like her as a character because she's so overbearing and caring for her child, her son, and that it's like obnoxious, but she's still very like silly, lighthearted. And then as more people join the group, she kind of treats all of them like they're her children and is caring for everybody. She also has really cool swords. And the swords are definitely, that's why it's there twice, because the swords are just amazing. They're really good. But yeah, no, I like those parents that aren't like strict all the time. They have that humor and like lighthearted, joking nature to them. So that's why she's in the top 5.
Nice.
All right, my next one here. Let me delete this. This isn't in any order, but let's do her next. So, boom, 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 and boom. All right, this is the mom from Silent Voice, and she is the single mother of Shoya, who is the girl who is deaf in Silent Voice. And I just really love her character because of all like the hero. Like she's just such a great like mom character, like helping her, especially like with the bullying when she was a kid, and like getting her hearing aids and like transferring her to a school that like she's comfortable with. So it's like she's always just looking out for her daughter, and it's just such a like a wholesome story. And she's like a perfect example of how to help your kid with a disability and being like super compassionate and super supportive. So yeah, no, she's great.
Love it. All right, my next one is probably going to be obvious, but I think a lot of people, when it comes to this series, focuses on the mom a lot, but I'm not a big fan of that mom because I feel she's like a helicopter parent, where I think this mom is a lot more down to earth and more positive influence, and that's Bulma from Dragon Ball Z and Super. I like her relationship with Trunks, and she balances out Vegeta in the parental part because he's very strict and she's a little bit more like lenient and understanding, and she's always prompting up Trunks and telling him what a great job he's doing. Meanwhile, Chi-Chi's got poor Gohan studying constantly. Won't let him go anywhere. So definitely Bulma. All right. Boom.
Now, I although Chi-Chi may be a little on the aggressive side, she does have her family in her mind for the first part. Like everything is for the well-being and the future of her family. So yeah, she can be a little aggressive, but it's all for the best. But that's why I like Chi-Chi. She's not afraid to pull punches, literally.
Yeah.
So that's my take on Chi-Chi.
That's great timing.
His textbook with him to Nemac. She was expecting him to study in the middle of a war.
I mean, priorities. I just still came over the pull. Gee, that's nice. All right. Well. Oh wait. Oh. I hit the button twice. There we go. All right. A Silent Voice. Also, that's why I was like, man, everyone's picking my great mother right here. I'm a big fan of the manga. It's one that like really. I actually just found the movie on Steelbook that got released, so I bought that because the Silent Voice is so good. Like
it is.
From like a motherly standpoint, like she's always holding her son accountable for the bullying, but she's not like reprimand, like grounding or being over aggressive. It's like, listen, you need to apologize. Like she's still like, you were better than this, type of like motivating you to be better instead of reprimanding you to be better. Yeah. Also, single mother who's running a salon with 2 kids, like puts in the work. Yeah. But yeah, no, great character. That's why I was just like, man, when Prof said that, I was like, great, everyone's just gonna, there goes the rest of my list.
This happens a lot, don't worry.
But yeah, but yes. Miyako was like one of the first ones like that came to my mind, because also I just finished the manga and I was watching it, so it's like, oh, she's definitely going on the list.
Definitely need to finish volume 2.
Yeah, volume 2 is crazy. It gets, there's some crazy stuff that happens in volume 6.
What versions are those?
What are those?
Those are the hardcovers.
Hardcovers.
That's what I want to pick up.
Great. Thanks for
got a bunch of extra content too.
Yeah. Add that to the list.
Nice. That's what I'm planning on getting, but I'm waiting, hoping that summer sale at Right Stuff has some deals with that.
I just got the box set like a month or so ago of just the regular version. Not full price, so I mean it's fine.
I feel you. I've been collecting the Vinland Saga, and now they have that like deluxe hardcover Vinland Saga coming out.
I was like, catch up with the series.
Jeez.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
so-
Yes. I know who this is.
My
No, I
next
didn't know.
person is Yoko Morinomiya. This is not a mother, but I guess you could call her a grandmother. But she is the person that she's from Gakuen Babysitters, which is my second favorite manga of all time. But her context, her backstory is she takes in the two main characters after their parents died in a plane crash, and so she takes them in and like houses them, and then they work for the babysitting club at the academy that she runs. Gives off this persona of like super angry and like super like hard outer shell, but she's like so compassionate and loving towards them through like indirect actions, like buying him a phone for Christmas or like giving him spending money for the zoo, and he's like, oh, like I don't want to ask you for money, but like she'll give it to him anyway because like she just cares about him that much, and it's not even her own like biological like family.
Right.
You say Tsundere, maybe?
Huh? Yeah, like old grandma Tsundere. Yeah, exactly. So she's just great, perfect
Grandere.
example of making sure that you can really support people in their time of need, even though maybe you're like a cranky old lady. So yeah, she's great.
Like I love the older boy got sick and she was taking care of the baby, and the kid kept trying to go back in with his older brother, and she was cooking everything. I love that.
Yeah.
It's so cute. I want it in English. Why isn't it in English?
I don't know. Did you read the scans of the manga?
No, not yet. I watched the anime, and I wanted
all
more of the anime.
Yeah, the manga is not even close to the anime. It is so much better. The manga, it's like
that's
not
what I'm
even
hearing.
close. Yeah.
They're so cute. All right. Inko
What a derpy face.
From My Hero Academia. She is the loving mother who is, accepts her son despite not having a quirk. She's nervous when he finally does develop a quirk, which we all know what the truth is. But he still allows him to go to school under the, promise that All Might will look out for him. She's that mother who's worried and wants the best for him. And even though what he wants to do might scare her, she'll support him in it. And I really do like her character. Even though you don't get her a lot in the series, she is great. I do like her.
Cool.
That's
It's a good choice.
Oh, God. I can promise you this one's not on mine, but that's only because I haven't read it.
Yeah, I was like, fine. Miyako, she was fantastic. Everybody had great points. I'm just gonna go with she's hot. So
Yeah, we didn't cover that.
I mean,
You need
Honestly,
Kids go
hairstyle.
down the MILF route, so I guess it's
yes.
fine.
Went from top 5 moms to top 5 mommies.
I mean, that's basically what my list is.
I'm gonna
Oh,
clip that
wow.
and just use that as a new ringtone.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. That's funny.
All right.
All right. Up. Mark's turn.
All right. Well, we already saw it because my mouse
Ah.
is horrible. But You Are Forager, I started watching the anime, and then I was like, I'm gonna read the manga. It's at Target, 20% off. Red card extra 5% off. And reading the manga, I was like, the anime does a really good job of purveying it, but I like how much, like, even though she's assigned to do this, like, but she's still dedicated to actually being a mother, not just faking it. And she's an assassin. And no matter what, and her motherly duties, she's gonna make sure she gets the groceries after fulfilling a hit on someone. And I was like, that's dedication to both sides of the coin. But I do like Carrie brought up training with Anya, everything else, and I'm like, I was like, they're slipping in some wholesome stuff into my assassination manga, and I like it.
Oh, yeah.
So she made the list.
Especially when she gets Anya gets kidnapped and she goes after him, like,
yeah. That's why I was just like, I don't know what like it's the point where I'm like, okay, she's just the mother now pretending to be an assassin almost, like from a personality standpoint, because her priorities, her ranking of priorities have really changed over the course of the manga. And I'm like, I enjoy this. And I think only 2 people on my list so far are actually biologically mothers to the main characters.
Yeah, that's fine.
I also like that
Yeah.
she has like experience with her brother, so she carries that over to
Yeah.
Anya because she raised her brother.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
nice, and it's a nice touch. And I
Yeah.
was like, it's a good character.
All right, Prof.
Here. Okay, so another kind of wild card character here. This is Asaki Kudo, and she is from the manga Kono Oto Tamara, which is a shonen manga series about a koto club, which is that Japanese string instrument. It's like this koto club out of this high school as they go towards nationals, and I kind of connect it as like the Haikyuu of music. It's exactly like Haikyuu, but just in a musical setting. But she is the character. She's actually an aunt, and she takes care of this delinquent boy after his grandfather passes away and he has nowhere else to go. So like she takes care of him. She's super like brash. She likes to walk around naked out of the shower and make her nephew uncomfortable, which is hilarious. But she really does care about him, and like she's really nurturing in how this delinquent boy changes throughout the series as he grows to love the koto and like starting to develop friendships because he's always been kind of secluded and alone, and she plays like a really essential part in like letting him be his own person but like guiding him as that guardian. So yeah, she's fantastic, super hilarious in the manga, but I do highly recommend this manga series, Kono Ote Tamara. You can read it online. It is not published in English, but I am currently reading it right now, so I'm on volume 21. Phenomenal. It's in my top 5 manga of all time. So
Is there an anime?
there is an anime. There are 2 seasons of the anime. So yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I highly recommend. Either the manga or the anime. I heard the anime is great because you can hear them playing and stuff like that, and the music is phenomenal. It is great.
Nice.
So yeah, if you like Haikyuu, you're going to love this because it's the same exact vibe.
All right, where's Laura?
And all right, where's Laura?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Kyoko Honda. What don't you love about a former delinquent become the most devoted mom, even after losing the love of her life, just being there for her kid and raising her to be right despite having the background that she does. She's awesome.
Yeah.
And I love how she also like when you get the flashbacks of how she's interacted with like the other characters and see what kind of influence they had on them. It's like she's just, gone from a badass gangster to a mom taking care of her daughter. Just a cool character.
I need to revisit Fruit Basket. Like it's been so long, and I'm old. My memory is like I should.
The new anime is pretty good too.
I need to figure out what is it just called Fruit Baskets, or is it something like how Full Metal Alchemist has Brotherhood? Is it
It's just Fruit Baskets.
Yeah, I think it's a complete reboot, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just rebooted
because
it.
like the original I think it ended before it got the actual ending of the manga, because back in the early 2000s they were doing the anime as the manga was still like, and sometimes they were far ahead of the manga, and then they would just cut up with stuff as they were going. I think Soul Eater's a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Fryren from Fryren.
Oh.
She is a paternal figure to the party for the most part. She does do little heartfelt things here and there. Like she picks up different useless spells on their journey, but you find out they're for something very sweet and very personal. And I've really loved Fryren's story, and then I would say this story's brought me to tears on a few volumes. I would say her thing with the knight, I guess, or the warrior who passed away the first, their thing that you kind of read more into.
Amdel.
There you go. more you read into it, and you find out more about their history, and I was like, that's really touching. Like, but yeah, see, I would say great mom figure. And she doesn't intend to be, and she doesn't want to be, but she can't help but be it.
She's cool.
That's on my read list still. I have to check that out.
We're gonna do a read along eventually.
I have such a like my list is just bad. I gotta watch people's manga haul videos, and I'm like, "Oh, what's this?"
That's why I'm doing the read along videos on Friday, where we just we take a series that we've been sitting on and kind of start reading it, and then go from there. And like Doro Hedoro, I actually read that one after me and Nick did that, and Kiki, we all read that one together. After reading 2 volumes, I was hooked. I was like, let me read the whole thing. And
nice.
Here we go, like 7 days later, done.
This is my current read along stack. All over the place.
Oh, is that Bakuman?
Oh, over there? Yeah.
Have you read it yet?
No.
Yeah, because
we're going to do a read along.
We're doing.
Oh, really?
We got Asian Mir, we got Carrie, me, and we're looking for anybody else who's wanting to read it. Because I'm gonna do that.
I'll join. When?
I think it's gonna be next Friday. Because this Friday, I'm gonna basically Asian Mir and I are gonna look at the Shonen Jump app and look at anything that has like 1 to 2 chapters, or what's brand new series, or there's a couple that will have like 20.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. No, I'll jump on. Yeah, if it's next Friday. Yeah, that should be good.
Oh, yes.
But
oh god. All right.
Number one.
Now listen, open-mindedness. Judgment
there's no judgment here.
I know one person's gonna understand this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Seiko Ayase. That's Seiko Ayase from Don to Don. Love that she has no filter.
Add
all.
her to the mommy list.
Yes, 100%. I know if I lose a vital organ, she is not against helping me not only find it, but to inspect to make sure everything is in working order.
Yes, she would.
I was like, listen, I'm a big fan of good QC. Like,
quality check.
Sure. And also from a standpoint of like, I like her character because she can borrow powers from the gods that are like in whatever area she's in, because every section has like their own gods. I thought that was really cool, but I just like the brashness where, you know, sometimes they have the abrasive characters that are kind of like almost down talking to characters. It's not, she's still like supporting them. She just doesn't talk like your stereotypical grandmother.
Yeah.
Right.
And character design.
Oh, short thing. Short thing. You do you. No. She'll do it with a cigarette at the tip of her lips.
She'll light the cigarette and be like, what are you doing? And then when you do something against what she said, like when something was missing after volume 1, and she's like, well, I told you, you should have let me see. You should let me inspect to make sure this is why I'm around. And I'm like, perfect. Great character. I was like, easily number 1 on the list.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. My last one here. To kind of stretch for this one. So like my whole thing for my top 5 are all from manga series that like many people haven't read because it's like not published in English at all. So this is Miyuki Umino, and you may recognize the artwork because this is from Naoki Urasawa, but this is from his tennis manga Happy. So Miyuki she's actually the sister of the family. There's no mom and no dad. Mom and dad both died from pufferfish poisoning back in the day. And so she takes care of her 3 younger siblings, and she plays tennis to pay off the debt of her older brother who ran off. And so she's just absolutely phenomenal because in the manga, the title of the manga is called Happy. And the reason why Urasawa calls it Happy is because it's ironic, because Miyuki's life is like anything but happy. She's like trying so hard to like get out of this debt, but like all these things keep happening to her and she keeps getting battered down, but she just has such a positive outlook. She always makes sure her siblings are provided before herself. She's always sacrificing many things in her life so that her siblings can have a better life. She's a very well done main character. One of my favorite main characters in all of the Urasawa manga, and I will take this to the grave. I still am very adamant that Happy is still better than Monster. Happy is number 4 on my Urasawa ranking, and Monster is number 5. And I that will not change. So I don't care if people hate me.
Wow.
I don't care. I don't care if people hate me for that, but I feel like Happy is a perfect blend of the serious nature of Urasawa, but then the comedy aspect of Urasawa, because Urasawa wrote comedy manga before he got into the thriller stuff. And so that is the bridge. It was Happy, because right after Happy, or he was writing Monster while he was writing Happy. And then he had just finished. So he wrote those two in tandem, but he had just finished with Yawara, which is his judo comedy manga. And so, yeah, it's a very interesting work, because Happy is the bridge between all of his whole catalog. So, yeah, highly recommend. So
I love Urasawa. Anytime I read some of his works, I mean, there's not one character that is just there and is an NPC. They actually have a reason why they're there, and he'll go into them. He'll develop them. They'll each have an arc. Like there's no wasted material there. I mean, he really does good.
Nice.
I'm finishing up Pluto. I'm waiting for the anime. I'm hoping it
Oh,
really
I can't wait.
Waiting for it to come back. It's out again.
Oh, are you
I know.
serious? Dang. And it
Well,
took
on
like
Right
2
Stuff.
years for them. It took them like 2 years to reprint the last run of it too. So
Yeah. I was like, all right, let me go get volume 2 since everyone seems to be reading it now, and then like out. What about 3? Out. Damn it.
I think I need the last 2, and I was looking for them, and it's like Amazon's like, oh, you can order it, but we don't have any in stock right now. I'm like,
yeah.
All right, my last one. It's a little different from my other choices, but this is. I'm not really big on things that are too like sad and dramatic, but this was like one that I was really like invested in. Hana from Wolf Children. She falls in love with somebody who happens to be able to shapeshift into a wolf. They have 2 kids. Tragedy strikes, and she's got to deal with these 2 kids that are, unique, and she's trying to keep it hidden from everybody else. She doesn't want people to catch on to the fact that that they're like part wolf. She also has to deal with a lot of how can I put this? Like, one of the children is being drawn to the forest and wants to depart from her, and she's got to learn to let go and let him or her move on with that. And it was just really well done. There is an anime, but it is a tearjerker. I'm going to warn you now.
all right. Add that to the list. Hannah from Wolf Children, is that what it's called?
Yep, Wolf Children.
It's called Wolf Children. Yeah,
I guess nobody did the girl from Oshinoko.
Oh no, I had an honorable mention page, which was like Chiji, Bulma, Proboshidoko, and then I was like, and that was it, because I was like, who else can I do for an honorable mention? Like, that's really it.
Oh, Moonbeams has one.
Oh, from a race. Yeah, I was thinking about. I couldn't remember if she had a big role to play in the. I just know that she died. I mean, that's not a spoiler. I mean, that happens. That's the first chapter. That's the whole shtick of the manga. But I didn't know if she had a big role or not. So.
Actually, I have volume 1 of that.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's a very good read. Yeah, it'll be one that you want to keep in your collection.
Yeah, it's on my shelf for like things that I've only gotten like 1 or 2 volumes of that I'm just like can't find the rest, so it's like the incomplete shelf because I'm like.
I got one of those too.
Mine is the shelf where everything's going to be sold soon.
I was looking at like One Piece and I was thinking I already did what's her name? Nami's adopted. And I was like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, and there's not really many moms in that series because it really focuses on them all losing that motherly figure and then them more having like daddy issues than anything else.
Yeah, I was like, why was it so hard to find mothers in manga? I mean, you got Host Club. Wait a minute, and then you got you got Claire. What was it? Berserk. Like every single one of these, like, oh my god, there's like finding bad parents. Man, I could probably throw.
I'll probably hit 2 of them. Oh
That's
my
the one we
god.
should do next. The bad parents
Yeah.
of
That's why most of mine were from a very similar genre of each other for Mega Type. I'm like, yeah,
very supportive.
I
Yeah,
got
it's like,
everything off
I'm
of
probably
one
going
So
with,
shelf
like
only
the
needed.
obvious one.
the blood on the tracks mom marries the Full Metal Alchemist doggy dad, and then
Listen, if we do a Father's Day one, he's going on the top 5 fathers list. Okay. Like,
I'm gonna change it to like the top 5 mentionable dads.
yeah. Like, he was
like,
thinking about the
yes,
greater good, honestly.
greater good.
This is where Nick is gonna start like a ban list. You can't use this one because everybody's gonna use it.
Yeah, H Field. I think was that yours? Okay.
Which one?
And Kyoko.
From Fruit Basket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, H Field was asking about that one. Yeah, that was fun.
That was very much fun. So, let's go around, find out what everybody's got coming up on their channels. Bo, I know you got a game show coming up.
I do have a game show. If you want to see like a few seconds of it, I can probably pull it up.
Sure.
All right, move on to Mark, and I'll circle back at the end.
Okay, Mark, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Well, I'm gonna be annoying a lot of people in the manga and toku community because
I'm here
the
for it.
Kamen Kuga Volume 3 manga dropped, and if anyone remembers the controversy about the
Oh,
first 2
yeah.
volumes with the QC,
Oh, yeah.
I kind of was very outspoken on that front in Twitter and videos to the point where both Titan and Stonebot started following me, and I was like, oh no,
Whoa.
they're gonna send Pinkertons after me. But I was just very critical of it because I'm a fan of both companies, like Titan from a comic book standpoint, and then also they have Adam the Beginning, which is the prequel to Astro Boy. Huge Astro Boy fan, so I'm going into that. Not only just a lot of the Adam the Beginning stuff, but also Kamen Kuga. I started reading it. I put a YouTube short out saying the QC has improved because I wanted to see if they would keep their word. Also, they reprinted the first 2 with better QC, but I'm not rebuying them because they already got my money.
Right.
And continue a lot of comic book stuff with like Image Comics and the Massiverse because there's so much stuff going on and they're big crossovers at the end of the month. So I'm just like, a lot of people aren't happy because I stopped doing the Toku videos as frequently, but I'm like, listen, this is a big comic book event that I want to cover. And so that's basically been all my time right now.
Have the thumbnail of you just like kissing the volume, like it's gonna.
Right.
It's so good.
I already had people saying like, "Oh, did they send you that?" Because I got it early. I'm like, I didn't get it early. Barnes and Noble had it on the shelf. It's not my fault that they don't put stuff out on street date. That's not my problem. That's a Barnes and
I'm
Noble
not
problem.
complaining about it either.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Just try to catch up on. And I have my backlog of reading stuff. Like I told you, Carrie, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like. I like that idea where you just did a video of reading multiple volumes and like catching up because I have a lot.
I'd say a lot of us do.
I do too. I'm going to be doing another week of that too. But about you, what do you got coming up?
I'm hoping to put out a video, maybe record it tomorrow or Thursday, but definitely out by the weekend. It's gonna be a video essay type of video. So I've never done one of those before, but it's gonna be a video essay about what makes a good slice of life manga and why slice of life manga is the hardest genre to write for. And so that will be my weekend video, and then the next week, because I'm moving, this whole collection should be in boxes by like next Friday, I'm hoping.
Ooh.
So I'm
boy.
hoping to show me breaking the whole collection down. So it should be around like 80 to 90 boxes.
If you need somewhere to put those boxes, I have space here.
I have 2 closets full of boxes, so I'll have
Still
all
space.
this kind of tore down. I plan to have a video out for that, and then and then my collection video. Once I get into my new place and I reset everything back up in the new room, then I'll do a collection tour. So that will be the kind of
Nice.
and then the haul and the reading vlog as always. So yeah, that's kind of the next 5 weeks out. So.
Nice.
Nice.
I have my Indie Fridays finally returning this Friday. I am looking at an Indiegogo campaign that's been like 5 years in the making. It's like I forgot I even like backed it. It's gonna be an interesting take because this person is not somebody who's been in the comic book industry, but they decided to do something where I don't think like mainstream media is going to kind of like accept this type of story. He's very much inspired by like those 80s comedies, like your Rodney Dangerfields, like your
Oh, nice.
there's a lot of Cannonball Run type of like
That.
vibes in it. Especially the main character looks very much like the Dom DeLuise character.
That sounds appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over that on Friday. I gotta finish editing it, and that should be interesting. Of course, Monday I'm gonna do Manga Monday. I have a I don't know if we want to call it slice of life. It was actually it was Prof had I was inspired by his recent like haul. He was talking about it, and I picked it up. It was the one where it was like the frog in the well. I'm totally forgetting the like Japanese name, where he's a manga creator and he's still living like in his own town on this island, and he's trying to get that big hit, and suddenly he gets talked into doing a slice of life instead of his normal fantasy shonen type story.
Oh, are you talking about Yoshi no Zatura?
Yes.
Sakura? Oh,
Yes.
that's the creator of Barakamon.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So I
right,
saw
remember
you
that,
and Boogie
yeah.
Stacks talking about it, and I picked it up, and I was like, okay, and I'm going to do a review on that for Monday.
Man,
So,
that's a
and then the
long
following
time
week-
ago when I talked about that, because I sold that series out because it got canceled after 3 volumes.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah, the ending is not good. There's no ending.
Oh, no.
There's no ending. It just stops. Yeah, it's
Oh.
not conclusive.
Typical,
No,
like the
no.
one I just did, but my brother is a shut-in. It was like a rush ending, where like they were just like, okay, we can't put
Jeez.
this out as much, so we're just going to wrap
Yeah,
up everything
this
right
is,
now. And
there's
it's
no
like,
there's no ending with this at all. It's really
Uh.
weird. Like the last chapter, you're like, it's just like some like normal slice of life scene or whatever, and you're like, it's over. Like what? Where's the?
And I
it
kinda
was-
like-
Yeah.
I kind of like the concept of it going back and forth between him and like the story he's writing and how it's inspired by his life. So yeah, that's gonna suck.
No,
yeah, I'll
it
talk
was
about
just,
that on
it
Monday.
felt like another cash grab from Barakamon. It was like Honda
Mhm.
Kun. Honda Kun was a prequel cash grab to Barakamon's success. This is the same exact shtick, in my opinion, so it didn't work.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, and then the following week I'm gonna do another catch up.
Nice.
So hopefully I will finally catch up on all that, and I need to
Here's
stop
hoping.
adding to it.
Best way to do it. Stop adding. So, I have a question I want to ask one of y'all. So, here we go. This will be basically the layout and basically the categories. So we got who's that Pokemon, which is going to be a popular one. One that I want to ask. Oh hell, Prof. Let's see how good you can get this.
Okay.
Oh well. All right. Ignore this. I didn't reset the
Oh.
points.
Okay.
I was about
Can
to
you
say.
spell his title?
Okay. D-O-R Doro. Oh. D-O-R-O-H-E Doro Head. D-O-R Dorohedoro. Oh.
You say D-O-R-O D-E. Sorry. H-E.
Dora. Doro Head. So D-O-R-O-H-E
Uh-huh.
D-O-R-O.
Yes, you got it. I was using H-E-A-D when I was like, wait a minute, hold on. No. Oh. So those are the type of questions that you'll
Yeah,
get.
no, that's great. Yeah.
And
That's gonna
people
be
like
awesome.
going for I would say the points that are higher, but these will have penalties if you get them wrong, and they're also going to have some effects that you can possibly throw them at other players. Like, all right, you answer this,
Nice.
and for additional penalties. But yeah, it's going to be up and down. You know, I always hated it in the game show where everyone just sits on this amount of points. I was like, why don't we just use that? So just like in a Yu-Gi-Oh game, there's going to be a standby phase because everyone's going to get a turn. In your standby phase, you get a chance to use your points to buy something. Like maybe you want to half somebody's points from the next thing they choose or something like that.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's gonna
cool.
get cutthroat when I when I said
Nice.
that on Twitter today. I was like, yeah, it's gonna get cutthroat. So,
Yeah, this
but
is
that
a great
gonna be
idea.
awesome.
This is a really
Wow.
good idea. I wish I would have thought of this. This is just like a great live stream idea.
oh, yeah, I've always loved games, and I've always tried to make my own. I was like, this is so much easier. I was like, just do this. So cool.
And
Thank you, Moonbeams.
when are you planning on doing that? Friday?
This one's going to be Wednesday, the 24th of
Oh.
May next week. So it's going to
Okay.
be at 7:30 Central Standard Time.
Do you have anything on Friday?
Oh, on
It's the
this
Shonen
Friday, yeah, we're going to be using the Shonen Jump app and look at several new series. There's a couple that have like 20 chapters that I want to read a few chapters of, but there's also a few more that are just one chapter in. So why not look and see what's new and if it's got potential.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I want to thank everybody for once again joining us for Otaku Tuesday. You know you're all welcome back again for a show in the future. Prof, good luck on your move. Mark,
Yes.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And I want to remind everybody again, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Everybody's links are in the description, so please check them out and subscribe to them as well. And we will see you next week for Otaku Tuesday. Bye, everyone.
Prof, don't leave.